Hi, my name is Princess, and one thing that is very important to me, one thing that really moves me is my faith. My faith means everything to me, and without my faith, I wouldn't even be here today. This is the very first place that I ever got my first Bible from, and I still have that Bible to this day, and it means the world to me. So I thought it was important for me to include it, as it is the start of my journey. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. It's the start of my journey into faith and God and Jesus and life. The reason why I got into videography and filmmaking is because I felt as though I had a vision and I had a dream that was different from what I saw. It differed from the usual content that I was being fed. I felt as though the words that I had to say and the thoughts that I had an impact that made a difference. It served a greater purpose, and I know now that that is a product of my faith, and I know now that those dreams and those visions and those words and those thoughts in my mind are all coming from my creator. They're all coming from God, and they're given to me so that I can share them with others. I feel as though on this earth we lack a relationship and community and communion with the one who made us, and that to me is something that makes it even more important that I express and that I share. My desire and my vision and my intention is to create content, to create media, to create opportunities to reflect on where we come from, on where we belong, and on where we are going. At our core is to break away from the mold of society that tells you you always got to focus on how you're going to make money, how you're going to pay the bills, how you're going to put food on the table, what your social standing is, who you know, who knows you, what you have to wear, who's more popular, all of this sort of stuff that fades away and that ultimately holds no power or no meaning over our destinies. The question remains, everybody knows what they want, but do you know who you are? And these are the sort of questions that I want to get people thinking. In life, we are nothing without our beliefs. Therefore, that is why I believe that creation itself must be rooted in belief, and that everything that you create as a being should be from a place of belief. If not belief in something, in belief in what you are creating. I love that I've taken us around different places that have shaped me and have formed my roots and my identities and my beliefs. This is where I was born. Right behind me is where I grew up. These are my humble beginnings. It's amazing because right here is where I got my first camera and where I shot my first video, my first YouTube video that I edited. And all these years later, I'm here right again in the place with a more professional setup and a more focused vision, an idea of what I want and what I want for the world around me, and how I'm going to do that, and how I'm going to be that, and how I am going to create that.